Hello, Donna B with D1P, and today I am bringing you an interview with my amazing virtual assistant in Pakistan. We've been working on creating courses for kids for leadership by using ocean safety, CPR. We have a new course called Passion to Paycheck, and then we're going to be teaching how to invest. We're calling that CPR for money CPR, raising their financial literacy. But what seems more important to me today is what Samir has been telling me about what's going on in Pakistan. I've become a huge fan of not only Samir's, but of Pakistan. So as he was explaining to me what was going on, I realized it's very different from what I'm hearing in the news because I'm currently at a rehab facility with my dad, and the news is on 24/7. So I want to share with you Samir's point of view. I only have three questions for him. Well, Samir is the definition of a leader. Ever since he was little, he was following one of Pakistan's greatest leaders, Imran Khan, who was a star cricket player who went on then to do so much for Pakistan, like starting hospitals for people with cancer after his mom suffered from cancer. And he realized that they really needed a better hospital. And he built more than one, and schools and shelters for the homeless. And he would even go eat with the residents there himself. So Imran Khan, that's another whole story. But I want to focus today on current events in Pakistan. So I have learned about Kashmir through Samir, and an attack took place in Kashmir, and I think we are not getting the right information presented to us on the news. So my first question for Samir is, what started this these tensions? I mean, India and Pakistan go way back, but what has reignited the tension?
Okay, so basically, there are always tensions between India and Pakistan, but for the past 2 decades, the situation never went worst. But recently, 2 weeks ago, there was a terrorist attack in Indian occupied territory, and that was in that attack there were many people killed, and most of them were Hindus who were killed. India instantly blamed Pakistan for that, that supported those terrorists and helped these terrorists enter the Indian territory and attack their civilians, basically. So this is how it all started. So instead of investigating what is actually going on, they started uh, blaming Pakistan for that. One of the main reasons for that is the politics of Indian government, because their vote bank is strengthened through the promises that they will attack Pakistan and they will wipe out Pakistan because they consider Pakistan as a real enemy, which we are. We are different nations and we have been fighting wars for a long time, and we have never been on the same page. But the thing is that you cannot blame a country or a nation for a terrorist attack which has been held in your own territory, even without finding any proof, or when you don't have any proof, you cannot blame any other country. First, Pakistan didn't respond to it, but when the allegations became strong, their influencers started calling out Pakistan, and it uh, became the news of that day. Then Pakistan responded back, and when countries like Pakistan and China were demanding a fair and neutral investigation for the matter, because seemingly it is an intelligence failure, or you can say a security failure of Indian army, that in their presence in their own occupied territory, it all happened. So whatever the situation is, it is their security failure, and they should have investigated it. But instead of that, they started to give Pakistan war threats directly, and they were saying that we will attack Pakistan. Pakistan will have to pay for this in simple
Mm.
words.
They pointed the finger right away at Pakistan, right?
right?
And they blamed Pakistan. And didn't it take a while for them to even respond to the attack?
Yes, it took them almost like 2 weeks to respond back to Pakistan, and it took them 2 weeks to actually do something, because previously they were giving war threats, but eventually, when the things started seeming to be cooled down, they yesterday, uh, by 2:30 or between 1:30 and 2:30 uh, Pakistan time, they attacked 9 different cities of Pakistan with their missiles, and they claimed that they had attacked the terrorist camps being operated in Pakistan. But that was not actually the truth. Those were only the civilians who included children, women, and old people as well. Many children were killed, many women and men were killed there, who were all civilians. So it just to make its own public happy, because they were demanding, because they built a whole narrative that Pakistan is a terrorist country, and uh, Pakistan uh, is supporting terrorists to attack India. So their nation was became angry, and they started demanding their government to attack Pakistan or do something, or like uh, take Pakistan accountable for that, because according to them, we did all this. So this is yesterday when they attacked with 9 missiles. They hit 9 different locations, and many civilians were killed in that, and they were celebrating that actually. You can find many tweets of Indians actually supporting this kind of act, uh, where children are being killed by saying that these are future terrorists, or what were they doing there in terrorist camps. Like you didn't have even investigated that they were terrorist camps or not, but
Right.
they were celebrating that. And in response to that, they also sent some air crafts towards Pakistan. In response to that, Pakistan took down their 5 to 6 fighter aircrafts, which were Rafale fighter jets, which India got from France, and they are like considered to be one of the latest technology-based aircrafts. And Pakistan took all of them down.
But
So
Pakistan never attacked their civilians.
no, Pakistan has not retaliated in the context of like attacking India directly. Yes, they destroyed their military brigade headquarters and some of their checkposts, but on the LOC, like line of control. But they
Hmm.
didn't try to invade India or cross the border and attack their civilian cities, basically. For now,
Hmm.
at least, we are not responding back, but India is today, India again sent 25 more drones, which were made in Israel drones, and all of them were shot down by Pakistan Air Force. But they sent to uh, 25 drones to all to different cities and different locations. Some say that they were either spy drones. Some say that they were just mapping the air defense system of Pakistan Air Force, and some just say that they are provoking us to respond. So whatever the reasons are, but India is not stepping back, despite Pakistan uh, claiming again and again that we do not want war and we are not responding to you, but they are doing this kind of stuff again and again.
They keep provoking. And then they blamed Pakistan right away, which I saw on the news myself. And this is where I started to feel like I was seeing something that wasn't true, because I have come to learn that the people of Pakistan are actually very peaceful because of the Muslim religion, and they are very much. We in the United States are being led to believe that you all are vicious terrorists, when I believe that is just a select few, but is a narrative that is definitely being pushed worldwide. for ulterior motives. So, so after you guys did not respond, and they didn't do their research, but then you were attacked, civilians were attacked. And tell me how you respond to seeing children that are injured or killed. What is the response?
Most of the followers of their current government, which is basically a Hindu extremist group, and they believe that Muslims in general are terrorists and Muslims in general are the bad guys throughout the world. And especially in the case of Pakistan, they are completely arrogant and kind of, you can say, they are not peaceful at all. In case of Pakistan, uh, they always come with a brutal mentality. Even they like common people think that there are terrorists always roaming around in Pakistan, and everyone is just walking with guns, and everyone is just extremely religious and religious extremists, and everyone teaches their children that you have to kill other people from other religion just because you are Muslim, which is absolutely wrong. We just live our life just like the rest of the world lives. So it's their own, and you can find some similarity between that Hindutva and Israeli mentality, like the kind of mentality Indian government like BJP is having, and the kind of mentality the Zionists right now are having. They both justify children being killed, and like by saying that what were they doing there, or they were saying that we have killed future terrorists. If we do not kill them, they will become terrorists and attack and kill our people in the future. So by saying this kind of really bad stuff, they actually celebrate that, and they say that in that terrorist attack which actually happened in India, our civilians were also killed. So that's justified. If your civilians are killed, why are you like saying that you have killed our civilians and this kind of stuff, which is actually wrong. You can never justify the killing of innocent lives. You can never justify the killing of children and women, because no religion actually teaches it. I am not saying that Hindu religion or Hindus in general are like that, but a group of their religious extremists is actually like that, and their media, their movies, their uh, mainstream media uh, has built a narrative for years, like decades now, for 7 to 8 decades now, and they have always shown Pakistan as a villain in every case. Wherever there is a terrorist attack, they say that Pakistan has done it, and they always uh, present their country as a hero that we say the whole world and Pakistan are always doing terrorist stuff, and in general, Muslims are always into bad things, into gambling, into uh, killing people, into terrorism and every kind of stuff. They actually showed these kind of things in movies as well. So
Right.
their people are brainwashed. If you teach a child that from the very beginning that he is bad, he is bad, he is bad, you keep on repeating that thing, he will eventually believe that. So
Correct.
so this is the case there as well, that they are bound to believe that, and that's why their mentality comes like that, and they were actually celebrating that.
Right.
But it is never uh, a good thing to justify killings of innocent lives, whether it is Gaza, whether it is Ukraine, whether it is India, whether it is Pakistan. Wherever in the world innocent lives are being killed, it should be condemned.
Correct. Um, didn't you tell me that there's an election coming up in India, which could also be fueling this?
There would be an election conducted in India. Like it's their task for the Indian government that their government span is like 5 years, and in every 5 years of their government, they have to at least one time attack Pakistan and present Pakistan as the bad guy, and we are the saviors. We have attacked them. So they have to
Mm,
present. Back in 2019, when the same government was there in charge, and they were completing their 5 year span, they did some attacks on Pakistan as well. like targeted Pakistan. They sent like there were tensions on the border, and we then presented them some fantastic deed to their air force pilots at that time as well. And at that time as well, Pakistan was the one to move forward and take the first step towards peace. Like we gave them back their uh, pilot, which we had captured, and we were the ones who said,
Right.
okay, now let's close this situation. They were not ready to accept their defeat at that time as well, or they were not ready to make peace even at that time. So still, they this time they have again in 2025 just to strengthen their vote bank and fuel their political gains. They have again made this propaganda, and nothing is. Both sides are losing only innocent lives, nothing else. So because war brings death.
Correct. And what I'm seeing on the news is that that Pakistan is the instigator, and that is why I'm bringing this message to anybody who wants to hear it. Please share it if you can, because I have heard and I do believe the opposite at this point. And I think that we can't spread this propaganda, these rumors that Pakistan is a terrorist country, because they seem like a very loyal nation and they deserve peace and their kids deserve freedom. And whoever is gaining politically, monetarily, or power from instigating unrest, we would like to expose that, because what we really care about here at D1 Productions is the kids and developing leaders. And it's got to start somewhere, right, Samir?
Right, exactly.
So thank you for sharing. Where are we now? I know yesterday when we talked, um, Pakistan had, shot down the planes, and that, Israel was waving the white flag because they knew now they're losing billion-dollar aircraft, and Pakistan was just defending themselves in order to do that. But I thought it might be over when they raised that white flag, but now there's more coming your way over in Pakistan.
Uh, the situation is not clear right now. It could get worse and it can cool down as well. But the thing is that if India doesn't stop, then Pakistan would obviously retaliate. If they are like silent right now when we are recording this message, at the moment, Pakistan has not retaliated back yet in a proper manner. But it can retaliate in the coming 72 hours or maybe a week or something like that. But it all depends on the situation on the borders. So if India keeps doing stuff like it has done today, like sending drones and or it sends its aircrafts or attempts any kind of stuff on the line of control, so obviously then the situation could get worse. And a war between India and Pakistan will eventually, if a proper war happens and it lasts for 1 week or 2 weeks, then it will lead to a nuclear war, which is seemingly not a priority for both countries at the moment because both know that it won't affect only these two countries, but it would actually affect the whole world
Right.
because it would firstly it would affect the whole region, whole Asia, in terms of global warming and the radiations from these nuclear attacks. Like China, Iran, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, all these countries would be affected by the nuclear radiations, and there would be like many disruptions in the. There would be floodings, there would be earthquakes, and secondly, uh, economically, the whole world would collapse because China's economy is majorly depending on Pakistan's CPEC and India's is world's fifth largest economy. So obviously it has good ties and good economical relations with many other countries, so they would be affected as well. So both countries are not in a position to hold a nuclear war, but it all depends on the situation, that how it goes and how India responds in this situation. If they step back right now, nothing would happen. But if they keep instigating and keep provoking, then obviously it will lead to some sort
Mm,
of war. war.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is the situation, did they approve in Kashmir yet? Is it ongoing investigation? They have they come to realize or determine or figure out what actually happened in Kashmir?
No, not at
Who
all.
was the
They still say that Pakistan has had those terrorists enter Indian Kashmir, and they have supported them and like, sponsored them to attack our civilians. And they are not doing any kind of uh, neutral investigation, and they will never do it, because it will eventually
oh
lead to two situations. Pakistan would be clear out of the picture, which is really bad for their political gains, and their vote bank would
mm.
be disrupted. And secondly, it would be counted as their security failure, which India cannot afford at the moment. So India is not going to do that at all.
So India is not going to do that investigation because they it would probably lead to them falsely accusing Pakistan. Then it would also show they had intelligence failure because it happened in the Indian occupied area of
Indian territory.
Kashmir. So I'm getting this. This
Right.
sounds like things that have already happened in our world. And yes, Indian territory. And I believe there's someone else pulling strings, making this happen. Someone very evil, Samir. So let's continue to pray about this and let's share this information. And if anybody hears this and wants to forward it, please do.